I was called into Ned Tannen's office and asked if I wanted to produce these, and I was interested. And I was kind of hesitant because of my relationship with Mr. Hitchcock. So I called his daughter, Pat Hitchcock, who I knew very well, and asked her what she thought of the idea, because I really didn't want to do anything that would disturb the family or anything, because I was too close to that situation.
Right.
And she thought it was a marvelous idea, and she said her dad would like that, and as long as I was with it, she thought he would really like it. So I said, yeah, I'd love to produce it. I was at the time upstairs kind of running feature production for Universal at the time. So that's how I got into it, but at that time it was already set up with Oak Broadcasting, and I didn't get into the original idea of why. I know the reason they did it, because of the interest of the original show has been tremendous, but it was tough to get into it, to try to do it. You know, it's come up, and it's Psycho meant too much to me. And just to do a rip-off of it, I didn't want any part of it. Tony was very excited about it, and I was surprised, really, because I didn't know whether, the Norman Bates character affected Tony's career. Tony is a great actor, and I don't think Tony got the roles that he should have after this, because everybody looked at him and he was Norman Bates. And although he did other things and he was very good, he was always Norman Bates, and I think it affected him through his whole career. But he loved the character, Tony was, he wanted his shot at directing, and it was tough. It was tough because Tony wanted a certain way, and I didn't want it a certain way, and but it all came about, and everything was fine. The only thing that Tony and I had words on, Tony wanted to carry it to another step and make bordering on maybe an X movie.
Okay.
And I didn't want any part of that, because I didn't feel Mr. Hitchcock would have ever done anything that raw, and we were still doing, Mr. Hitchcock's shows. And that was the big reason. And I had that kind of discussion with Tony, and we reshot a couple of those scenes, because it did get out of hand. It just, it just kind of fell in place. I don't know if 3 was my least favorite, maybe. And it wasn't because of anything that went on. I just thought it kind of got too raw in spots, and I didn't think to me, the Psycho 2 was perfect. I just thought that was good. 3 was a little, I thought Tony got carried away in a couple of spots, and that's where we kind of get back, and you say we reshot, but we redid some things. Then going on to 4, that was great. And this was an idea of going back and showing the character as a young boy and how it came about, and his mother, and which I thought was wonderful, because I think people that loved the story of Psycho and wanted to see they wanted to find out. I think I did anyway, and who else but get the original writer to do it and bring back all the things. I thought it was wonderful, and I love that picture. I think it was good. I mean, I don't know why they didn't release that as a feature. It's a surprise because when we were making it, we didn't have the idea that what was going to happen with it or through the years. Hitchcock, it was just coming off North by Northwest, and it was a very high, large budget movie. And he always had the idea that he wanted to do a quality, low budget movie. And that was Psycho. He found the story that he could. And Mr. Hitchcock always wanted to work. He didn't like strangers on the set. He wanted familiar faces. So he always had a feature crew that stuck together, and he had a television crew from the television days that he directed. And so he felt that the television crew could make a low-budget film better than the feature crew as far as speed and everything goes. So that's how because I was a member of the television crew, got on Psycho as his assistant. And it all came about at Universal.